Right, hello there guys, welcome back to a new video. Now in today's video we are revealing Chloe's new car. Now this is a good one, so I'll flip it around, we'll do the usual cinematics, I'll talk to you about the car. I can't take you on a drive because I left my my phone mount at home. But yeah, well, I'll talk you around the car and then we'll do a first drive at a later date. But yeah, let's crack on with the cinematics. So yes guys, she has got a 2007 Seat Ibiza FR PD130 and I absolutely love this car already. Chloe loves this car, she can't stop driving it. It is absolutely incredible. Now, in typical me fashion, far from perfect, obviously, otherwise this wouldn't be a car for the channel. But let's talk you around it. We've got some mods in the car which we're going to do straight after this video. But yeah, let's talk you around it, talk to you about the plans for it, tell you what's wrong with it, what's right with it, and finish the video because I need to shoot to Graham's so I can actually make the next video of all the mods. So yeah, there she is in her former glory. Now, please excuse the fact that it's dirty. We've had the car a good couple of weeks by now. And Chloe's used it every day, and as you can tell by the weather, haven't really had the opportunity to clean it. Right, so let's go around visuals. I'll talk to you about the visuals. So let's start from the front. Headlights obviously need a buff, but we're actually thinking about getting new headlights anyway. But yeah, so they're not brilliant, but other than that, the front of the car ain't actually too bad. It's typical of its age and mileage. Now moving around to the side, as you can see in the cinematics, we've got the PD Acne, or should I say the mid-2000s VAG Acne. Both sides, although this side ain't as bad. Annoying, we can't find any wings in this colour, and the only set we have found is, the other end of the country, which is not good, and even they're not perfect. So that's irritating, and the TDI badge is falling off, but we might pull them off anyway. I'm not too sure. Down both sides of the car, actually, it's in really good condition. Now, obviously, you've got your odd marks like mirrors been hit before and stuff like that. But again, for the mileage and the age of the car, nothing to be unexpected. This is actually probably the worst of the damage here. This scuff, that's it. The rear bumper, even though it's dirty, has the lacquer's like faded off of it, so it's gone hazy. But yeah, there is pretty much no damage on the whole car. Nothing. It's just a little bit of rust on the front wings, which are a bolt off, bolt on job, and that's about it. Even the rear arches completely solid under the car, completely solid. I think these are galvanized. I might need to check with Graham on that one, but I know that a lot of cars from this era are galvanised chassis, and I think this is one of them. But anyway, yeah, so from the outside, she's actually a really, really good motor. Really nice condition overall. Even the wheels, yeah, they're curbed, but they're not dreadful. Yeah, it's just really, really nice. Now if we move to the interior, even, again, excuse the mess, but even the interior has held up very well. We've got the nice FR bucket seats, bit of wear, but nothing dreadful. You know, I think I think if I'm to be honest, the worst of the wear is this bit on the gear knob. Even the steering wheel. Freaking lovely. But yeah, that's about it. The only thing that I can fault on the inside of this car is that door speaker don't work. This one does, I believe, but that one doesn't. Other than that, everything else in here works as it should. And it's actually overall in very, very good condition. So, big kudos to that. And now, under the bonnet. We have a Seat Sport strut brace from a Cupra, which is a very nice addition. I thought this was factory fitted, but apparently this only comes on the Cupra models, not the FRs. If I'm wrong by that, correct me in the comments. But underneath the engine bay, it is clean as a whistle. There is no oil leaks, no nothing. Even the rocker cover gasket, that does not leak whatsoever. Which is a quite common thing on these cars. They do seem to seep, but there is nothing at all leaking on this car, which is absolutely incredible. I do also believe the cam belt has been recently done as well. Unfortunately, I don't have any service history, but I do know the history of the car in general. So I know this car has actually been quite well maintained. But even though this auxiliary belt is a bit worn, it still looks relatively fresh still, and obviously you have to remove that to get to the cam belt anyway. So my guess is some point relatively recently the cam belt has been done, but when I'm working with Graham today, we'll probably just quickly check that, because obviously you can just unclip the timing cover. But yeah, there is nothing wrong under here really. The only thing that there is mechanically wrong with this is the alternator bearings grumble, but only on cold start. Once the car's warmed up, you can barely hear it. And in typical me fashion, the thermostat. I don't know why, but I always seem to get cars with thermostat issues. Recently, yeah. But other than that, that's pretty much all there is wrong with this car. It's got the typical rear wishbone wear on these cars, but we've got a mod to rectify that. You probably already know what it is now I said it's a mod. And I think that's it mechanically that's wrong with this car. It's just the wishbone wear, the thermostat and the alternator. I think that's about it. But yeah, so that is how clean this car is. It is absolutely marvellous. And actually not a humongous project either. So I'm going to flip the camera around, I'll give you a little more information, and I'm going to outro the video. So yeah, like I said, I know the history of this car. This car's been in the same family for I think about 7 to 10 years, I think. They serviced the car regularly, they had the service history for it. It then got sold to a family friend, which is who I bought it off of. But at that point they had lost the history. Bit unfortunate, but yeah, they had lost the history of the car. So we've got no service history for it. But the family that owned it before we did serviced it quite regularly, which is quite nice, and I can vouch for that because I did some checks. Well, me and Graham did some checks, and it's clean as a whistle. So yeah, and oh yeah, and the mileage as well is currently on 168,022 miles. So for those of you that know the traditional good old PD engines, that's barely ran in. So the mileage is not too bad. It's a bit higher than I would want it personally, but it's not dreadful. And the way this car drives, it drives like it's got like half the mileage, like genuinely does. The clutch is so tight, like you start lifting your foot off the clutch pedal and the bite is there. The gearbox silky smooth. The way this car accelerates is brilliant. I actually thought it was mapped because it pulls that well. But no, this car is completely and utterly bog standard. For now. Yeah, for now. And yeah, it's just a brilliant car, really. And I think that is probably about it. Actually, no. There is one other thing I wanted to mention in this video. Is this car an upgrade upon the Fiesta? Now, this is my view on it. You guys can comment down below what your views are. Chloe has a different view to me. But this is my view on it. In terms of value, not a chance. This car, unfortunately, they ain't worth very much. no VAG cars of this age really are worth a lot, unless they've, you know, they're stupidly low mileage and stuff. So in terms of value, no, this car is not an upgrade whatsoever. This is probably worth more as a breaker than it is as resale, especially once it's been modified. But in regards to everything else, you know, it's a turbo car, it's a diesel car, it's a VAG car. The tuning capabilities of this car, modifications of this car, part availability, the community as a whole is a humongous upgrade, because, you know, PD cars, you can swap and change parts. Bits from Fabia's fit on this, you know, upgrades, you can get a PD 150 turbo to put on this and it should bolt straight on or with minimal modification. So the fact that these cars are essentially like interchangeable jigsaw puzzles makes it so easy to do anything on this, and means that we can keep costs relatively low. So yeah, in regards to what we can do to this car and what the car is, it's a humongous upgrade upon a Ford. No offence to Ford people out there, but in regards to value, not a flipping chance. This car will be a breaker for value reasons, but that's about it. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please be sure to leave a like on it. Comment down below what you think of the car. Comment down below if you have one. You know, quick easy mods that we can do to it, stuff like that. And more importantly, hit that subscribe button. This will not be the last you see of this car on the channel. Like I said, I'm about to shoot and film another video now, which is why I've got to be quick on this one. Yeah, got to shoot and film another video, and there is plenty more modifications to come on this car, as well as repairs. So yeah, again, please watch my previous video as well, because I talk a lot about schedules and stuff, which is very important. So, but yeah, there is loads of content to be made on this car. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here because I am now 15 minutes late to Graham's. So yeah, catch you in the next one.